I don't know if nerve-wracking is the right word. Annoying for sure. Here we go. All right, 45 people. We got a minute to go. Okay, so I'm going to share this with you guys. So there's a preference in Zoom that you can be notified when someone joins your meeting if you're not started the meeting. Now I've got the meeting running, and let's see, let me put it, because I've got an echo here. Let me put it on. I'm going to mute you guys, and you have the ability to unmute if you have a comment or a question. Here I go. I feel so alone when I mute you guys. I know you're all there, but I don't know if my jokes are going over or whether I don't get to hear your groans. Anyway, so I get this notice this morning at like 8 a.m. I'm doing some work on the YouTube channel that someone has joined my meeting, and I look and it says SmartXPD has joined your meeting, and that's my brand. So I launched the meeting, and there was only one person there. It was me and this other person, and they had across the screen, like if you go into gallery, you'll see whatever your ID is. It shows directly on the center of the screen in white type. Hey, Michael T. Unless you have your video on, then it shows at the bottom left. So I'm trying to figure out who this is, and they're muted. And I realized someone either has created a username by mistake using the password, which I think I'm going to change now because I don't want this to be the reason for this, or someone's come in here and they're trying to impersonate me, or represent them as being me, and who knows what they might be up to or what they might show. And we hear about these Zoom bombs happening, so I reported that I closed them down. I reported them to Zoom, so I'm just hopeful that it wasn't just an innocent mistake. But I'm probably going forward going to modify the password. So I'll add SmartXPD because I like the fact that it, reminds everyone of the brand, but I'll add something at the end of it, or at the beginning of it. I haven't decided yet. In addition to that, so those of you that are new, I have a YouTube channel, and it's gotten pretty big. I've got almost 10,000 subscribers and almost 1 million views, which is exciting for me, from all over the world. And every once in a while, I'll get a copyright infringement notice because I use some stock music that I pay for. So I have to appeal it. And so I get this notice that I have 2 copyright infringement notices. And I'm thinking, oh boy, what is that? And I go in to find out that they're my copyrights that are being infringed upon. YouTube has like these algorithms, and it can search everything that's up there for like music, like by the Eagles or whoever else, copywritten music, and it'll find it and flag it and pull it down. Well, apparently they also do some sort of video imagery analysis as well, because what had happened was some guy professing to be a doctor in India had taken one of my more popular videos, my 5 favorite exercises for Parkinson's, and copied it and put it on his channel and added subtitles. Now, normally I'd probably just let it go, except I did a little research on the guy, and he's selling a cure for Parkinson's based on an herbal tea, which I've told you guys about. So he's using my name and my video to add some sort of credibility to him, and that really ticked me off. So I went ahead and filed a infringement notice to YouTube, which is scary in itself because you have to, check these boxes, and they say if we've determined your copyright claim is inaccurate, we reserve the right to close your channel, which would be, painful for me because I've spent, 7 years building the thing, and over the last couple of years really concentrating on it. So we're hoping that that's remedied appropriately. Anyway, okay, let's get moving here. It's Monday. We had a good weekend, I trust. I hope you didn't eat too much, but if you did, we're going to remedy that today. Put your hands together. You made it for exercise class. Woohoo! All right. Let me put this light on here and push on back. So it looks like we've got some new people here. We're going to use a gym towel or a regular towel, a ball, exercise tubing, and hand weights. That's the equipment used for the class. And you're also going to need a water bottle. No, I didn't forget grab your water bottle and take a big hit of water to start us off here. Let's see. Somebody's come off mute. Bill, I can never, you always come out tough mute. I don't know what that is, but there you go. Now I got you. All right. Sitting tall in the chair. Let's start with some big snow angels. Oh, took the girls to a playground this weekend, actually. Went to mini golf, and then we went to a playground. It was pretty empty. And I did some pull-ups. Whew, I can feel them. Up and down. So this is our energetic class. Hello to the friends up on YouTube. If you're joining us live, if you have questions or you want to join the Zoom classes, email me at Patrick. This goes for everyone. Patrick@smartxpd.com. Big movements with those arms. We're not moving fast yet. And ask to be added to the list, and we'll have you in here. Big sweeping movement. So the way we work is we put ourselves on mute for the class, and then at the end of the class, we'll all come back together to bid our adieus, so to speak. Big movements. Let's do 3 more. 1 and 2 and 3. Let's reach down over here to the right. Grab 2 big fistfuls of leaves and throw them up across onto our neighbor's lawn. As I said, this is our energetic class. If it's your first time with us, go easy. This gets pretty challenging. We get up to about an 8.5 on a scale of 1 to 10. Always challenge yourself, but you can modify what we're doing if it's a little bit too hard. We do some running in place. I'll teach you how to modify that if you don't want to run in place. We don't do a lot of jumping, but we do some pretty intense movement here. Let's do 3 more. And 1 and 2. 1 more, big, open those hands, and 3. And let's go ahead and reach down to the opposite side and up across. Good work. I caught someone who was not muted. Maybe they muted already. Okay. Yeah, we want to make sure we're all on mute. We don't hear personal conversations going on. We don't want to hear the arguments. We definitely don't want to hear the news. All right, keep moving. Keep reaching those hands. Exaggerate that hand action. Open those hands up nice and big. Grab 2 fistfuls and throw them across. 1 more here, and now let's alternate back and forth. So like I said, this is the energetic class. We're going to do a short warm-up in the chair, and then we're going to do most of the workout standing. You can do the whole class standing. You can do the whole class seated in the chair. But I also have a chair exercise class following this called the SmartXPD Gentle Exercise class. So go ahead and check that out. 2 more, if you like. 1 and 2. And let's dive into that beautiful turquoise river. Crystal clear. And go for a swim. Really stretch your arms up and out. Breathe. Keep your eyes alert. There's some dangerous critters in these waters. Now we're not moving fast, so let's establish a nice large body movement. For all of this stuff, you want to stay in a pain-free range of motion. If you have shoulder issues, go a little, stay out of that zone where it starts to hurt. But if you don't, let's make the movement as large as possible, establishing a big body movement. 3 more. 1 and 2 and 3, and bring our arms out floating across the surface of the water, and let's press out to the right, and then back out to the left. As we press out to the right, go ahead and pick that left leg up, lean it out there to the side so you can really get out over the edge of the chair. Feel that core engage. As I like to say, if you fall out of the chair, you lean just a little bit too far. Hey. You know, I can't hear you, but I know you guys are all laughing hysterically. Stretch, 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 and reach. 1 more out to the left. And now let's press out to the right here, and let's hold that plank, so to speak. Hold that position. Breathe. Feel that core support, and switch it up to the other side. Stretch. Really see if you can connect to that, the weight of that. Feel the weight of that leg facilitating or enabling you to get out over the edge of the chair. And back to the other side. Breathe. And across. Keeping the arms parallel to the ground if you can. And we'll do one more on each side. This is great for the core support, but don't hold your breath. Keep the air flowing. And one more time out to the left. Yep. What up, Greg? Your haircut still looks good, man. You got your money's worth. And back into the turquoise river. Here we go. Stretch it up there. Big reach. And we hear a little splashing behind us, and we turn back, and there are the two little googly eyes and the snout. It's our 14-foot hungry crocodile out on our tail. Let's go. If this doesn't inspire you to move quick, I don't know what would. We were talking about something. I was talking about with my wife. I can't remember, some sort of tax issue or something. And she said, well, were you horrified? And I said, horrified? I'm a tough guy. I'm never horrified. The only time I'd be horrified is if I were being chased by a bear. Then you can say I'm horrified. I think maybe chased by a crocodile would also qualify. Here we go, faster. 5, 4, come on, move it. 3, that's it. 2, 1, and time. Big breath in. And just let it puff out there. Nice calming breath. Again. All right, let's go ahead and grab your ball. All right, before we get into it, just take a minute here. Go ahead and grab another sip of water if you like. And as you're sorting yourselves out, toss the ball back and forth. Talk about the high payoff of this little seemingly simple activity. A lot of important stuff is going on in just doing this little simple thing here. Hand-eye coordination, eye tracking, muscle force regulation. On the toss, you're regulating the force. On the catch, you're regulating the force. Hand-eye coordination, fine motor. Okay, we talk a lot about things that we want to work on in this class that can be affected by age-related factors or Parkinson's. One of them is gait. So go ahead and raise your right hand up, lift your left hand back, raise that left leg, and drop them and switch, rocking back and forth. This is the body pattern that is performed when we walk. Feel the arms loose and relaxed. Release. Think of it as a swing and a throw. The swing is when the arm's swinging forward, and the throw is when the arm's coming back down. Oh, boy. Keep going. I'm going to come in here. Bobby, it's you, maybe. Keep those arms swinging. There we go. I don't know what's going on with YouTube here. The mute button doesn't universally work. I'll have to look into that. All right, so we're going to do a little cardio drill that we do often that is going to require us to co-coordinate opposing limbs of the upper and lower body. With the ball in the right hand, make a throwing motion forward as you pick your left leg up and switch it up to the other side. Good. And when you make the throw, keep it on the side specific to where the ball's on. In other words, don't cross the body. Make the throwing motion remain on that one side and then hand it over quickly to the other side. Breathe. 3 more. 1 and 2 and 3. And take the ball in the right hand, reach it out to the side. Bill, are you turning yourself off mute all the time? What is it? Or is that just happening here? There we go. Okay. Reach out to the side with the ball and kick the opposite leg out. Reach and kick. Oh, Zoom's unruly today. I don't know who it is now. Wouldn't you, Bill? We got a dog barking. And he's not in my house. Wife keeps moving the goalposts in terms of when we can get the dog. I imagine we all know a little bit about moving the goalposts. All right, so this is the second move. First move was the throw forward. Second move was out to the side. And again, we are performing a reciprocal pattern. And one more on each side, and then we're going to do the bilateral movement. So it's up and straight forward. So now this is more of a symmetrical move. So we've got more than 50 people here, which means I have 2 screens. And I can sort of tell everyone's muted on this screen, which means I'm going to have to come over and click a button to see who else is possibly unmuted here. And I'll do that in a second. So we're going to have to put up with the dog for now. Stretch it up and bring it back. Push it forward and pull it in. Up and back. Forward and back. Good. So we're going to put these movements in series and get our heart rates up a bit. We're going to get out of the chair in a moment here, but I'm about to convince you that chair exercises are no joke. One more. Up, down, forward, and back. Okay, back to one. Throw it forward. Switch it up. Forward. Now to the side. Out to the side. Engage that core. Now up, down, forward, back. And then recreate the throwing motion. Recoordinate. Up. Make sure you're moving your opposite legs. Good. There you go. Up. And a little faster now. Here we go. Getting it on. Getting it going. It's Monday. It's time to work. I gave you the whole weekend off. Come on now. And faster still. Oh. One more, and then we're going to do 6 as fast as we can. Okay, we're going to do 6, running through them as fast as we can. Try not to compromise or shorten the movement. Don't think about repetition speed. Think about body speed. Ready, and hit it. 1. Woo. And 2. Good. Go at your own pace, but press yourself. 3. Push yourself to work as fast as you can. 4. And 5. Big movements without changing the movement, going faster. And 6. Up, down. And right hand up, left hand back. Lift that left leg up, drop and switch. See if we can apply that drill to the arm swing. As you look forward to the screen, use your peripheral vision just to confirm that you see your right hand and left leg moving and vice versa. Oftentimes the brain wants to just control one side of the body and I end up getting this, right? So we need to begin to recognize that. And the moment we start recognizing it and fixing it is the moment the learning accelerates. Okay, big breath in and exhale. One more thing before we get out of the chair. We're going to do the reach and kick drill. We're going to today do 16. We've done 12, we've done 15, we're going to add 1. 16 on each side. We're doing 4 sets, and we're going to go progressively faster again. Once we establish a movement, as we add speed to it, try not to shorten it. It's not about getting it done right. It's about getting it done right. Okay, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Big breath in. Reset. Other side a little bit faster. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Reset. Other side. 1, 2, there you go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Why on earth did I pick 16? Okay, back to the other side a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Make sure you're engaging your core. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Last set. Big breath in as fast as you can. Ready? And nail it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Other side. Hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Woo! Big breath in and exhale. Don't worry if you didn't get them all. The important thing, you're doing it for a duration, not necessarily making it real important to get all 16 of them. As long as you're going progressively faster, progressively challenging yourself, that's good enough for me. Okay. Take the ball in your right hand, reach across your left pocket, and let's do rise and shine. Stretch it up, out, across the body, over top of your head, in a big moving arc, and then reach across with the left hand and do the same thing. Turn your head, following the eyes, following the ball with your eyes, and back over. We're going to basically get up in a moment here. And in fact, you know what? We've got some new folks here, so we're going to go ahead and do the sit to stand with the ball toss. I talk about the high rate of return, or the really wonderful value of playing catch with yourself with the ball, believe it or not. One more time, all the way back to our start point. So, as I say, leave the ball somewhere where you'll see it at the end of class. And between now and next class, spend 30 seconds to a couple minutes just tossing the ball in different ways. This is hand-eye coordination. Obtaining a moving object. Yes, you're going to get better at catching a ball, but it'll have transference into other things in your daily life, I guarantee it. Okay, so we're going to do a sit to stand, which is a gross motor action, using all the big muscles in the legs. We're going to combine that with the toss and catch. And we're also going to implement the concept of task sequencing. So here's the deal. We're going to perform 3 different tasks. The first task is get up out of the chair. Second task is to toss the ball a couple of times. And the third task is to return to the chair. I want delineation between each. In other words, I don't want you coming up and tossing the ball. I want you to get out of the chair, finish that action, toss, catch, finish that action, and then bring it back to the ball, back to the chair. Okay, here we go. We're going to use our and up technique. Ready, go. And up, toss, toss, and back down. Just a brief second. You don't have to do a huge wait between tasks, but just make sure you're realizing you're finishing one activity, changing it to the next. And up. Good. We always want to be practicing or aware of task sequencing. We want to practice the ability to do that. That neurological moment or neurological event that occurs when we're shifting focus or stopping one action, beginning another. We want to practice that, because then it makes activities such as getting into a car, which were highly complex, it makes it easier for you to figure out the best way to do it and do one thing at a time. It might be getting the door open would be the first thing. Second thing would be to step down, get close to the door. Third sequence would be to turn around and grab the edge of the door, or whatever, however it is that you want to do it. Breaking things down and practicing not mushing things together. Very important. Up, toss and toss, back down. Keep the air flowing, keep breathing. We'll do 2 more. And up. And we'll do 1 more now, but remain standing. And up. Toss it, toss it. Okay, the tossing task is done. We're going to take it back to the chair on an 8 count. This time, as we go down, we're going to be moving the ball around, tossing it from side to side, taking it slow. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5. Improvise with it. 4, 3, 2, 1. And up. 8, 7, 6. Come down nice and level. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. So I actually moved between my legs here a little bit, and it's interesting. I'm passing the ball and I can't see it, right? So hand-eye coordination ceases. But what continues is your tactile sense, which is always layered with your hand-eye coordination. So moving it without looking at it actually has some pretty good value too, in terms of your sense of feel. Okay, let's grab one more sip of water and let's get up out of the chair. I'm gonna fix my camera a little bit, tilt it up. Let's go ahead and grab let's grab our towel. We're gonna go to the hand weight in a moment here. We got a couple of new folks I want to talk briefly about the most important part of your body. If you have Parkinson's, ground zero. And grab your towel. Okay. Let me move that up just a little bit more so I'm in frame. I need a cameraman. All right. All right, so go ahead and take your towel. You're going to hold it about a little wider than shoulders width, and we're going to go to the ground zero position. So the most important part of your body I talk about if you have Parkinson's, I think, is actually the area between your shoulder blades. Ground zero, where your shoulder blades are together and tucked down almost into your back pocket. So we're going to go ahead and do a little drill that familiarizes ourselves with that ground zero engagement. So what I have you do is step forward, press the towel forward, and then pull it on back. As you pull it back, pull it against your chest, and see if you can perceive or feel your shoulder blades coming together and down. That engagement, that position, that orientation or reference point for the world from that place behind you is, I would argue, very constructive and helpful. 2 more. 1, because I want to get through this. 2. Now step out to the side, press the towel up overhead, and pull downwards into ground zero, telling your arms to push and pull and push and pull. And again, see if you can't perceive the function of your shoulder blades. They're winging out a little bit. Now they're coming back together towards the center. It might help to actually feel the movement of the shirt across the skin of your back. We want to be on a constant pursuit of being able to control and perceive our body in three dimensionally. Anyway. All right, one more. And now press forward, and let's drop this down into a lunge, make it a little bit more challenging as we pull back, and then push your hips back. The one thing when you're doing lunges or squats you want to be attentive to is making sure your knee doesn't come forward past your toes. You always want to protect the patella, your kneecap there. Forward, back, forward, and back, out to the side, and down, out to the side. And one more, and then we'll stop holding at ground zero at the end and just take an opportunity to learn from it. And so pull here, pull the towel apart, bend it. Now relax that contraction, relax your arms and lower your hands down and just look or observe what a beautiful, open, strong structure we've created because we've been engaging that ground zero. It keeps us up into this world and prevents us from going down here. We want to remain up here when we can. All right, that doesn't mean we're supposed to stand like this the whole time throughout the day. So in fact, to prove that, we're going to go ahead and step forward and give us a canoe chop or a kayak chop right past that lead leg. So now I talk about the type of body movements we do in this class, movements that are restorative, are healthy, and proper for the way our body is designed. You know, as a society, we've gotten away from these things. And we do them occasionally. When we go on vacations, we do kayaking or paddling or putting up tents. We're pushing and we're pulling stuff. But oftentimes we sit in front of the computers or in a soft car with our hands on the steering wheel, moving in ways that are not really conducive to healthy living. So when you come see me, you're going to be doing stuff that we used to do as hunter-gatherers, as we would build shelters for our family, go hunting for food, all these things that make us stronger and harken back to the way we have come along. A little faster now. Get the heart rate up. Give me a front knee bend if you can. And I'm exaggerating my row. I'm paddling down, but I'm bringing up and across. Let's go. Make it big. Make it huge. Make it quick. If you have balance issues, be careful. That goes without saying. This is the energetic class. Breathe. Good, John. Whew. Man, you'd be whipping me with that towel if I was sitting there. I can actually feel the air coming from your towel. Here we go. And as fast as you can. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Bring the towel back to ground zero. Press up to the right. Pull right back down. Press up to the left. Pull right down. As you press up, step out to the side. Bounce off the floor. Or spring off the floor might be a better reference. And come back to ground zero and transfer. The thing I like about this move is it is very suitable to add speed to it. Come on, we're in the heat of the class now. Let's go. 10 seconds as fast as you can. 9. We'll take a rest in a moment and recover. 8. 7. Make sure you're landing right back in ground zero. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And time. Pull back to ground zero and pause. Pull apart, bend it. Breathe, breath in. And exhale. Relax, lower the towel. And then just again, see if you can listen to the feeling. How does it feel to hold yourself with ground zero engaged? Become familiar with that. We want to be able to go to this place without going through 5 minutes of whipping the towel around. Okay, good work. We'll do you know what? Keep the towel. We just got our heart rate up, so we're going to do something a little less intensive. I like working interval style, so we're going to do an intense bout and then maybe a little lesser. Up and down is how I like to go. So we're going to do a little balance and stretch routine with the towel that's going to incorporate a little shoulder and tricep stretch. Now, when we get to this part, if you can't do this without ducking your head forward, just lower it to the top of your head. I want a neutral neck. All right, so with our feet slightly wider than hip width, take a big generous step forward with the right leg and leave it out there. And this is also going to be balance challenging too. We're going to raise the towel up overhead and we're going to actually arch back. And now as you're looking forward, I want you to turn your head to look up to the ceiling. And what you'll hear in your body is a lot more little fine-tuning adjustments because we're a little more uncertain here when we're looking up because we've lost the horizon. Now lower back to center. That confidence returns, and we're going to turn into that front hip as we bend down and then come back forward. Bring the towel up, arch back, and tilt your head back. And now pull down that right hand and pull down the left hand and up and overhead again. We're going to do 4 on each side. Don't want to take too much time for this, but this is one of these exercises that fall into the category of, well, when I do it, not everyone is going to be able to get it correctly, but I would still find value. I would still think I saw value in the effort they were putting forward, even if they weren't able to do it completely. And we'll get your hand behind your head if you can't do it. We'll do one more here. We work a lot on posture and flexibility. So if you're new and this is a little challenging for you, just keep going after it and keep coming back and stretch it out or break out of that and reverse the step. Actually, let's march in place a little bit, kind of clear that little stress pattern from the hips and knees there from the last time we did it. Now go ahead and step forward with the left leg. Again, towels out. We'll arch back. And for the first one, we're just going to arch back and look up a little bit and feel those little quivers of adjustments occurring. And now turn into the front hip and back up again. This time, arch back, and arching back clears a little more room behind you there for this little maneuver here and here. Whoo, yeah, I can feel my workout from Friday during class with you guys and then over the weekend. And bring it back. Muscle soreness is okay. Now we talk about how much should you exercise. The answer to that is going to fall in your afternoon after the workout and your day following. You know, you should feel rejuvenated. You should feel a little bit fatigued, but not to the point where you can't do anything, you know? You got to regulate your own effort to a large extent. And I just try to challenge you guys. Last one here. You know what? Let's do one more. I think this might have been just 3. Better err on the safe, better safe than sorry. All right, either 4 or 5. Here we go. And arch it back. Tilt. Up and tilt. And go ahead and step out of that. And big breath in. Okay. Exhale. Put the towel down. Let's grab our hand weights. All right. So if you thought this part of the class was challenging thus far, we got some bad news for you. We're picking it up a little bit. Now let me reiterate, you're not competing with me or anyone else in this class. Really what I want you to do is challenge yourself and work harder than you're normally accustomed to, even if it's just a little bit. That little bit is going to be enough to cause improvements and adaptations. You'll get stronger, you get more flexible. You don't have to be drenched in sweat. Obviously, the harder you work, typically the higher the return, but even just doing some basic movement can be enough. All right, hands up, and even doing just some basic coordinated movements, even if you don't work as hard as you feel like you should, as long as you're challenging yourself, get a benefit. I would rather have you guys be a little conservative than working so hard that you don't want to come back and see me anymore. So let's see what we got here, guys. We're squatting down and we're punching up and across. The timing of the punch, bringing out ooch, is timed with the extension of the legs in the squat. So start the punch as you're coming up. Turn the body. This is a wonderful full body functional pattern. 2 more punches. 1, 2, same thing, but now the direction is straight forward and across. And give me a little bit of a turn. So we're not just standing straight. We get some nice rotation of the spine in a neutral position. Talk about that. You know, I think this week was supposed to be posture week, but I already blew by it. Maybe we'll do posture Wednesday, Friday. Don't need to spend really a whole week on it. Good. Keep moving. Keep turning. Now for the third one, we're actually going to, one more here, one more there, come straight out rather than punching down, which we normally do, but we've been punching down for the last couple of classes. So now we're going to bring arms straight out to the side. And when we put these in series, we're going to do 2 of them because we get 2 punches, 1 on each side. So to keep it symmetrical, out. And we're going to do our little drill here that helps us be able to successfully perform the scramble, which I didn't demonstrate, but I'll demonstrate after this. All right, 1 more. Here we go. Down, up and across, forward and across, and straight out. So this is the first exercise. We're going to do a quick circuit here comprised of 4 exercises, this being the first. And we're going to go through it 3 times. So that's the lay of the land. And again, this is for full body strength and leg speed. We want to have quick feet. So if we ever lose our balance, we can scramble our way and recover. Pick up the pace. Come on, guys. 1 more. Up. Out. To the side. And break from that. Go into a march. This next exercise I call the swamp walk. Hands up and punch up as you lift your leg high up out of the swamp. And so now we got some balance as well. And you can feel that weight shift, right? Left and right. That's a hugely important element to the way we walk. We hardly notice it, but it's important. We do this weight shifting on a smaller level as we walk. And this kind of slaps a big old magnifying glass on us so we can see it and perceive it. You can actually come up on your toe if you want to make it a little more challenging if you've been with me for a while and you know this one. So this is for balance and hip flexion, among other things. And we're going to transition this into a little faster. And now we're doing our footwork drill for speed. 3 taps and catch. So your assignment is to get these legs when we're tapping as quickly as I can. Here we go. Woo! Foot, quick feet. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. March. Light jog. Okay. High knees are running in place for 10 seconds. Here's where we get up to 8.5. If you don't like running in place, go back and either do the footwork drill that we just did or the swamp walk for 10 seconds. Ready, and hit it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Feet apart, hands up. Up and across, out, and straight out. Good work, guys. Love what I'm seeing here. Out to the side. I think the scramble drill is one of the more popular ones in terms of you guys emailing me and telling me that it helps. And in fact, I've had a couple of you saying you lost your balance and you found yourself scrambling and you got it back. I love hearing that. Send me emails, send me letters. Keep them coming. Here we go. A little faster now. Throw yourselves into it. Out. To the sides. One more. Up. Out. To the side. And break from that. March. Shake out that stress pattern. Hands up. And swamp walk. Get that knee high. Walking is a series of single leg balance moments, right? It's just for a brief moment in time where both feet are on the ground together. Breathe, stretch, high. Pick those knees up. Get those hip flexors moving. 3 more, 1 and 2 and 3 and speed up the pace into a marching in place. And tap, tap, tap. Cha, cha, cha. Come on. Let's go after it. Footwork speed. That's what you're focused on. You can take a moment there with that balance, but then when you pump those legs, give me foot speed. That's what I need. Foot speed. 6, 5, 4, 3. Come on. 2, 1. Time. March. Light jog. Again, sprinting in place. You can replace it with whatever you want. I need you giving me everything you got for 10 seconds. This will wrap up the second set, and then we'll do a third, and then we're going to rest. Ready? And hit it. Pump those arms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Last set. Hands up. Down, up and across. Out, and out to the side. Okay, here's the deal. I'm making an agreement with you. You stick with this. You power through it. Give me a last good circuit here, and I'll slow things down. Let us catch our breath and give us a water break. And we'll do something really interesting. But don't save it. I'm going to give you a chance to recover. All right, here we go. Up, out. Punches and bunches, guys. Throw yourselves into this. Show me what your heart's made of. Come on. Woo. Nothing to it but to do it. Either you will or you won't. Come on. One more. Up. Out. Out. Break from that. March in place. Hands up. Swamp walk. Come on. It's a victory swamp walk. We're near the end of the line. We're going to take a break, get a rest. No, it's not the end of the hard work, but I'll give you some space. Come on. You'll be able to recover. Stick with it. Come up on the toe if you like. Breathe. Woo. 3 more. 1 and 2, and 3, and march in place. Tap, tap, tap. Speed drill, guys. Just drive those feet. Come on. Dig deep. 5, 4, as fast as you can. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Time. March. Light jog. Okay. Last 10 seconds. And we're going to take a nice rest and cool down. So give me what you got. Dig down deep, guys. Let's see what we're made of. Let's show them. Ready? 10 seconds. And nail it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Breathe. Put the hand weights down, but keep moving. After an interval like that, you never want to stop. Move around your space. Practice your stepping patterns as your heart rate comes down. And when your heart rate slows enough and your breathing slows enough, then get a sip of water in through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, just this activity we're doing here is a practice. It's actually almost as, if not as important as the actual exercise. Coming up with a routine that has value while you rest. Really important. And I love this one, just holding no money, breathing, and painting the floor with the sole of your foot as if you had paint on the soles of your feet and you were stepping in different patterns. All right, grab a sip of water and let's go ahead and grab our towel one last time. We're gonna do a little low intensity stretch. That incorporates a little bit of what we did before. Let's see here. Okay, Andrew. Nice to meet you, Andrew. I hope you're still here. Andrew, he found us on YouTube, and the answer is yes. These workouts, for now anyway, are up on my YouTube channel. They're under, I think it's called Live. There's a list there that I maintain that has, the whole channel has a whole bunch. It's getting a little messy. I might pull some of them down. But yes is the answer, in short. Okay, so spread your base out. Hold the towel up. We're going to arch back here, stretch, stretch, stretch. And now we're going to bring it back to shoulder level here. And we're just going to rotate, keeping our feet straight, try to turn around. So we're rotating the spine. Breathe. I called that one the Linda Blair from, I think it was the Shine, not the Shine, yeah, the Shine, not the Shining. Down. What's the one where Linda Blair said turn around?
Exorcist.
Thank you, Exorcist. Thank you. Now there's a good reason to take yourself off mute, if I've ever heard one. Help me out. I appreciate it. Up, arch back. And one more time. Turn it. Keeping it, if you can, at shoulder level. The tendency is to lower it and drop it down. Okay. I just figured out, since we have the towel, what we're going to do. I love this one. It's going to kind of sum up what we've just done. It's, again, full body. We're using the towel for some great transverse rotation for the core and the shoulders. So we're going to combine this with a squat. So I'm going to hold the towel here at my side, parallel to the ground, and basically perpendicular, pointing at the screen or the camera. I'm going to lower it down using my legs, and as I stand up, I'm going to sweep it up and across, rotating to the other side. And actually for this one, it's not so much a task sequencing maneuver as combining the upward and lowering of the towel in combination or in sequence with the lower body. So as the towel comes down, my legs are lowering. As it comes back up, my legs are extending. Really healthy rotation for the full body here, a healthy movement for the whole body, which involves a squat with core rotation here. One more, let's hold it up here. And let's lower it on down to the other side, same start position over on this side, down and sweep up and across. See if you can move with grace. Let that word just inform the movement and see what your body does. Do it gracefully. Don't tell your body how to do it. Just tell your body you want to do it gracefully. And watch the little nuances that kind of just occur all by themselves. We'll do one more here. And now we're going to lower it down here and up. We're going to alternate and let it flow. Feel the body working in balance with symmetry and fluidness. I really love this one. Feels good. It's an example of one of these movements that, you know, we just have gotten away from. And come on back, step out of that. Give you a little march here to kind of clear that pattern, that stress pattern. When I say stress pattern, I mean it in a good way. And we're going to go ahead and remind ourselves, we're going to do the little ground, return to the little ground zero drill that we did before. So stepping forward, bending the knee. Let's do a little more work here and do some lunges. As important as the proper lunge being performed is, I will tell you, I want you to add equal emphasis on arriving precisely at ground zero. In fact, I would rather that be the hierarchy, the first in the hierarchy of priorities, getting it back to ground zero. One more on each side. Breathe. And now let's step laterally to the side, press it up overhead, and squat down a little bit. This actually is a great stretch for the shoulders, the muscles of the back, because getting the hands up overhead while you're squatting is highly challenging. So just go after it and do as best you can. Oh, gotta love it. One more here. One more on each side. So I can collect my thoughts and pull it down and pause. And the last one, as you recall, we stepped out to the side and pulled it back. So these are kind of just recapping some of the movements we did earlier that both reinforce muscle memory for ground zero and muscle patterning for ground zero, but also got our heart rate up. And what we're going to do, as I often do, is we're going to put all these movements in series. So stay with me. We're going to keep this. We're going to keep the movement slow. Our speed work is done. One more on each side. Okay, so step forward and pull back. Forward again, landing ground zero. Out to the side. Pull down. Out to the side. And this one, I want you to press up to the left, or reach up and reach up to the right. So we're alternating the lower body in proper sequence. So it's right leg, back, left leg, back, right leg, up, left leg. Now right leg to the side, up to the left. I kind of reversed it from where we set up the drills, just so we can go right and left legs, or alternate in the same cadence. Up, down, keep breathing. Step right. And again, lowering the ground zero each time. And one more time, forward, back, forward, out to the side, to the side. Right leg out to the side, press up, left, and press up, pull back down and pause. Breathe, move the feet around. Shoulder blades together and down into that back pocket. Lower the towel. And again, remember the 3 ways we learn. Verbally, we hear the instructions. Visually, we see it. Kinesthetically, we feel it. This is a kinesthetic powerhouse drill here. We should now be able to feel that ground zero positioning. Yep, and Barbara red shirt is like this. You can supplement it with the ground zero position or the no money stretch. Okay, go to work, guys. Another one in the books. We're gonna do a cool down and stretch. Oh, we didn't even use the exercise tubing and we still got a good workout. How'd that happen? All right, here's the deal. I'm gonna lower the camera a little bit here. Grab a sip of water. We're not gonna take ourselves off mute yet. We will. We all come back together and say our goodbyes and you tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, or whatever. If you have thoughts, get a chance to shout out at me. Whew, grab your water. That was a doozy. And I want to emphasize we have all different levels here. And it's really hard when that happens to kind of make something achievable for everyone. So I've got some easy stuff and some high level stuff. Just do the best you can. Go ahead and stretch your leg out here. Left hand is on the chair for positioning and stability. Put your right arm out and reach down. Slide your fingers through that nice crystal clear, cool brook. So just go at your own pace. Challenge yourself. Some of this stuff is like just a little bit too much for you. Do it your way. Like Sinatra would say. I did it. No, I'm not going there. And again, swoop. And we'll do one more. And we'll up and pause and press away. Press, press, press. And then pull. And switch. And I see who it is here. I'm going to put him on mute a moment here. Go ahead and reverse the setup. So kick your left leg out. Right hand on the chair for positioning. And holding on the chair is not cheating because it's going to allow you to really kind of get that leg out there and get yourself positioned so you can actually perform this properly. And I'm turning my head to follow my hand, so I'm getting some good rotation in that neck. And I'm continuing to breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Doesn't have to be exclusively in through the nose, out through the mouth, but give yourself a chance to recover. Concentrate on slowing that breathing down, that recovery phase. And there is a technique to recover, believe it or not. There's a technique for rest. One more, and let's bring it up and sweep up and stretch away. We talk about that. There are different components to it. Some of it's the way you breathe. Some of it's the way you move. But it's not just stopping and trying to catch your breath. You know, we want to be thoughtful even in that moment. Let's go ahead and set up that no money stretch. Chin level, hinging from the hip. We're going to reach down towards the floor. And then raise your arms forward into the Superman pose and sit up. Arms fall to the side, palms up. Somebody sent me a chat. I'll come at the end of class and read that. Back down a little bit further and bring it forward. Yeah, so I do have classes up in a couple different areas on the YouTube channel. I actually edited some and posted them before I found the fact that I can record these live and have them actually automatically stored up there, which I'm doing now. You know, like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to do that, but there's a ton of stuff up there on that YouTube channel for you. And out. Palms up to no money. Chin is level. Big breath in. Exhale. Hands down. What the heck? Let's do this last one. This is my favorite. All right, hands together. Put your fingertips down at the ground so your arms are between your legs. Hinging from the hip. Reach down. Separate your hands and grab your ankles. Call your attention to your low back and hip area, and feel that tension. Now watch it go away as we squeeze our legs into the backs of our arms. Woo. Now release the right hand and sweep it up. Turning my head to follow my hand. And bring it back down. Other side and sweep it up. And back down. Squeeze both sides one more time. Leave the pressure on the left side. Release the right hand and sweep it up. And back down. Squeeze them both. And sweep it up. And back down. Hold both sides just for a moment. And then release. See if you can touch the floor. Raise your arms forward and sit up. Arms out to the side, palms up and no money. Walk your feet back. Big breath in. And exhale. Okay, recap. Ground zero. Think of it, set it during the day. Second note, arm swing. Observe it and amplify it during the day. Now get out of here. All right, I would invite you guys to come off mute and say your goodbyes. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for your support. So much appreciated. We're going to keep rolling for as long as we can here. Send me a note if you want me to focus on something for you. I'm happy to bring it into class. If you want to hop on for a quick session on here with me one-on-one, I'm happy to do so as well. Okay, where's Deborah?
Thank you, Patrick.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Everyone did, Deborah. You awesome work.
Thank you, Patrick.
Lots of love to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great work, Deborah. Good to see you. Great work, Susie, Dinah, my champions. I love you guys. Thank you.
Patrick,
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, guys. Say again.
When I say, Patrick.
Hang on a second. Wait, one at a time. Hang on, Nadeem, just a second. What?
One of the things that helps me is walking with the ball
Okay.
and bouncing the ball as I walk. It
Yes.
helps my balance a lot. You know, moving around, moving my head as I walk helps a lot.
Yeah, that's a great one. In fact, I talk about the movie that the lead character always had a ball and was bouncing it. I talk about that often. Sylvester Stallone in Rocky, the first Rocky, he always had that that black ball. But yeah, that's a great one. Yeah. Well, thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
Nadeem, what you got?
Yes.
Did you have a question?
Yeah, I do, but he's.
Nadeem, you got a question?
Have a nice day.
Okay, you too. Thanks, Nadeem. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Barbara.
I have a question.
Okay.
For everything, thanks a lot.
My pleasure. Nice to meet you again. And I'm glad you're coming back. Okay, Barbara, what do you got for me?
All right, so I have this stability trainer, okay? I don't know if you can see it or not. And it looks like this.
Oh, yeah, I have those Eric's pads. Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, it's air bands. So what should and shouldn't I be doing with this?
Well, first of all, if you look at that instructional, they probably have a picture with someone with their feet side by side. I would not do that one. That's one of those ones like I have found that, let me turn this off, I'm boiling. That is one of the no-nos that you should not give someone with Parkinson's. And the reason is because Parkinson's can already bring your feet close together. You'll see oftentimes, I don't know if you guys can see my feet, but in a standing position, you'll see this quite a bit. And there's not a lot of lateral stability. And, you know, so there's two schools of thought. One is, you know, they're going to go to this position, so why not practice it? That's one school of thought. The other school of thought, which is mine, is why have them practice it? Because then they're going to go to it. You know, so you can work on balance with your feet a couple of different ways. You can put it like, it looks like it's an oval, right?
It is, yeah.
So you could certainly do a stretch. You could do balance. So you're basically with this pad, you can do movement. You can do movement on and off it. Like if it was here, you could step on it and come over across. You can do different stepping patterns. Or you can do patterns where one foot is on it, one is off it, and taking the ball and tossing it is going to do the trick. It's going to create the, by following the ball, it's going to create a balance challenge. The other way you can do it is put your feet in line with each other. I mean, if you can do that, it's incredibly difficult to do. You could even start with that on the floor, like, because this is challenging enough. And it's going to kind of do the same thing. And then as you get more comfortable with this, you know, one foot in front and the other foot in front, go on to progress to the pad. But really, any type of instruction that they give you in that handout, aside from putting your feet close together, will be helpful. Interesting enough, I'll share this a little bit with you. So I am a CSCS certified strength and conditioning specialist, which basically is the certification that you would use if you're, you would need that if I could work with like a professional athletic team. One of the things they do with these athletes that do like football, baseball, any type of explosive sport, which is a lot of them, if they have an injury, they'll do balance work on stability work, just to get the muscles that are around the joint that stabilize supported. But eventually they'll progress off of that, and it becomes counterproductive because it will actually put a ceiling on their explosiveness, because you're practicing full contraction, both the antagonist and agonist, to stabilize the joint. So in the final progression of an athlete that's preparing for combat or their sport, they'll stop all that stability stuff and go to jumping and stuff that is really trying to, you know, maximize the speed and the power, whereas the stability is already there, but you don't want to put stability training in really, you know, real close to a competition. So I don't know, but that's really good. You know, I mean, that's I mean, you can use it forever. So yeah. All right. I hope that helps.
My question is this then: does it do me when you're doing the hip flexions where you're standing up? I don't know if you can see how way up. When you're standing up and going like this and frontwards, is it better to do that with one foot on the band thing, or to put weights on your ankles?
They're both valuable. Are you saying to put like a band around your ankle? Yeah,
well, I have weights.
All right, that's fine. You're no longer talking about the RX pad, right? This is a different question.
Right. Well, what I'm saying are the weights better than the arch band, or is this better than the weights?
Wait a minute. I don't understand. You're saying is the band better than the weights, or are you talking about the RX pad?
Yeah, they've got an exercise in the book that shows they have one foot standing on it, one foot off, and they have the foot that's off. You're going out and then going backwards and going frontwards, and then you do the foot. Okay. Now I've done it before where I didn't have the thing on the bottom of the stabilizer, where I just put weights, like 5 pounds of weights on my ankle, and did this.
That's fine. That's good. Just don't do anything quick with a weight around your ankle. Like don't kick a heavy bag. And the band, if you have tubing, I thought you were asking about tubing. Tubing's fine too. Yeah. Between the two, I prefer weights.
Okay.
But they're both valuable.
Yeah, I have more weights, and I have enough to open up my own PT shop.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, mix it up. Keep it fun. You know, keep it fun. You know, the resistance tubing is good if you don't have weights. Resistance tubing is what they call progressive resistance. So as you get further out, the tension, you know, turns up. And in a small way, it's the same thing with a weight, because it's the angle of to the floor. You're getting some progressive resistance, but it's more functional in terms of the way we work throughout the world, the way we interact with the physical world. I don't think I'll get myself into too much trouble saying that.
Thanks, Patrick.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Have a good weekend.
Okay, you too.
Already?
All right.
Okay, so Andrew, are you still here? Yeah, he is. The best.
Thank you.
So there is no best exercise for multiple sclerosis for balance. there are, I would say, so MS is an issue that happens with the myelin sheath between the nerves. And exercise for MS, initially they thought it wasn't good, but now they've changed their thought. So what is probably you in particular want to make sure you're not working so hard that it, is causing you to be incredibly fatigued afterwards. But the best exercise for balance is a multiple exercise approach to balance, just because of the way we interact with the world. We have tons of infinite different moments that are slightly different from each other that require us to execute our balance. So there's not one exercise that's going to fix everything.
Okay.
You wanna just work on different balance protocols. For you, if you wanted to put your feet together, that would probably be fine. That is kind of one that's specific to Parkinson's.
Yeah.
So I'm sure if you want to get programs, there's balance programs. All of my programs improve balance. You can find me on Amazon and my DVDs, and then just keep coming back to the class. Mental class, although it's all in the chair, you still use balance when you're in the chair, believe it or not. So anyway, was this anybody's first class? Okay, I thought so. Hi, what's your name?
Andrew.
Oh, Andrew. Yes, I know your first class. What was your name, Miss?
Kathy.
Oh, Kathy. Hi. Well, welcome. How did you find us?
Facebook.
Okay, good. Well, thank you for joining us. I hope you liked it.
Yes, I did. My only one problem was I had a little bit difficulty understanding you during the exercise part because you talk so fast.
I have been criticized of that before, so I validate your observation, and I will try to slow it down. I'll try to slow it down as best I can. No, a lot of the routines that we do, every class is different, but a lot of the routines are similar to, I kind of do them the same, a lot of them.
Sure.
I'll add subtle variations. So just hang in there. You'll get used to me, and I'll try to slow it down as well. It's a good reminder for me, though. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Do I recommend supplements? Boy, Andrew, you sure? For us too. I'm not a big supplement. Yeah. You're asking a bunch of really great questions. I will say that. So supplementation, some people like them. I'll just talk about this briefly. I've had people come to me that swear by certain supplements, and unless they're harmful, I won't talk about them, because there's a thing called a placebo effect that is scientific and very true. But I don't have CoQ10 is one I hear about. Vitamin D3, 5,000 milligrams a day. I've heard recommended by neurologists and not urologists, neurologists whom I respect. The one cautionary note I will tell you is that the supplementation world is not regulated, and I'm sure if you searched supplements that cure Parkinson's, you'd have a huge return of stuff. So just be careful. As I say, the community is red meat because we're hungry for a solution. We want to do everything we can to make things better. So just be very careful of that. Certainly a multivitamin, I take it. I take vitamin D. I don't have Parkinson's, I'm just saying. I do a fish oil, but anything you decide to research and take, make sure you check it out with your doctor first. Zinc is someone that is one. Oh, and then for sleep, melatonin sometimes helps because sleep is one of the 5 things I tell you need to maintain to make sure you're living the best. Yeah, nutrition is always recommended. So melatonin, yeah, okay. So Yeah, check it out with your doctor. And so the 5 categories, I'll go over them real quickly, and then I got to get out of here because I got a class and I got to be on to welcome people in. Your doctors, making sure you got the best doctor crew around. Your nutrition, make sure you're eating healthily. Your exercise, make sure you're doing proper exercise for your condition. Your sleep hygiene, very important. And then Parkinson's specifically has non-motor emotional components. So you want to make sure you have someone to talk to. And actually, I've just started reading Sanjay Gupta's book, which is really excellent so far. And the one thing that I'll add to, that I'm now add to my list of making sure you have mental health covered is socialization. We humans need to have socialization to remain healthy. So make sure you make sure you got some, you got some friends around you. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to say goodbye. Email me if you have more questions or show up at the next class. If you got questions, we'll cover them there. Thank you, everyone, again. And nice to meet the new folks, Andrew. And what did you, Pamela? Is that what you said? What's that? Kathy. Sorry, Kathy. Nice to meet you. I'll try to remember that. I'll get it over time. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
You never heard of her?
See ya, John. Thanks, guys. See you next class.
Been in the news.
Oh, YouTubers. I will put my email if you want to join the Zoom group. Email Patrick at smartxpd.com. Shoot me an email. Let me know you want to join, and I'll add you to the list. Thanks for tuning in.